Peace, peace.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Down here at LUOSTRA, man. Art Soul Backwards Studio. Know y'all hungry out there, man. We got that chicken and rice for you in here, man. Got my brother in this bitch. I got Kareem in here, man. COG's finest. Everybody understand what it is, who he is. One of the most humble people I know. One of the most soulful people I know, hence the name. One of the most artistic people I know. You can see the background. A lot of y'all are familiar with his content. You're familiar with his apparel. You're definitely familiar with his art. So I just wanted to take this time to kind of take a little dive into Kareem the man, Art Soul the man, to give people an understanding about what the foundation is and how this all kicked off. So, hey man, if you don't mind, just ask you a few questions about yourself. So, Mr. Harris.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
my
man.
brother.
Start out, man. Where you from, man?
Blessed, bro. Blessed, man. I'm from Gainesville, Georgia, man. Right here. Born and bred, man.
Shout out to that
Yes,
Gainesville,
sir.
man.
Hall County, man.
Hell County?
Yes, sir. What do they say? Like he said, Hell County. Northeast Georgia Medical Center, man. Straight to the block, man. That's where I'm from, man.
For those who don't know, man, how far is it from, let's say everybody think about Georgia, they think about Atlanta, man. How far are we from Atlanta, man? Consider this a suburb of Atlanta?
Yeah, man. What would we say? 52 miles. That's what we used to say.
Yeah.
You know, mom and dad got divorced a long time ago. You know what I mean? They said shit when I was 2 years old. So daddy used to live in Atlanta, so he used to come and get us every weekend.
Yeah, talk
You
about
know,
that real
yeah,
quick.
52 miles.
Did you, you know what I mean? So being in Gainesville, did you, like, from the very beginning, did you, like, grow up in a two-parent household, man? And
No.
so what's your beginnings like, man?
Yeah, me being the last of five, you see what I'm saying? Me being the last of five, man. I seen my daddy in the house with my mom a couple of times, man, but it wasn't, you know what I mean, for long periods of time, you know. Then come find out, you know, dad had did like 3 chain gang beds, 3 prison beds, you see what I'm saying? So my sister and them reaped those benefits of having 2 of the parents in the same household like that. But no, man, I don't really remember waking up with my dad in the house with me too many times, bro.
Yeah. You think, did you see a shift in like who you were growing up, considering with no dad there, and you know, you being the only male in the house? Did you always feel that sense of that you had to take over the household and be the man of the house, or did you have a sense of entitlement, like much like we see now?
Yeah, man. Me growing up, like you said, I had my own path. Call it my first love football. You see what I'm saying? Then I always drew. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, when dad wasn't there, you always felt the sense of I had to protect everybody, mainly my mom. You see what I'm saying? So that's what me and my sisters bumped head when I grew up, disrespecting mom or making mom cry. You see what I'm saying? You know how young ladies are when they growing up. They want to be sassy, so you know, mom be trying to tell us to do the right thing. They want to do this and do that. You see what I'm saying? So I always want to protect my mom from my sisters. You know what I mean? They weren't bad to my mom. They just, you know, when typical teenagers. You see what I'm saying? And me being the youngest, you know what I mean? I always used to make sure mom was taken care of, man. Even though my sister and them used to put their hands on me and do the thing on me. You know what I mean?
They helped you too in the long run.
They knew all that though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro.
Hey man, talk about this. Talk about Atlanta Street, man. Talk about 240, man. I see it on the apparel. I see how people go crazy for that 240, man.
That I'm telling you, bro, man. And I'm blessed, man, because you were there with me too during some of those days, man. Like you said, a lot of those days, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, to the people, you know, like the young cats now, or I don't know, man, 240, man, it was an experience. You know what I mean? It really was like a village. You know what I mean, man? It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful, man, and that's why I say, man, when I see you and I see all the other brothers that I used to grow up with on Atlanta Street, and we doing our thing right now, man, I still look at us like we still little boy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But we came through that thing and we made something of ourselves, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Atlanta Street was a beautiful place, man. But if you it's like a loved one.
Yeah.
You know, they knocked it down, but like you said, man, it forever live in a nigga heart.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm
That's
saying, bro?
Hey man, talk about the love for the city though, man. What is it about Gainesville that seems like the rest of the world looked over looked over us, looked over the city, looked over what it was, because it being behind Atlanta, it's like it never got traction, man. So what I mean from that is, you had a lot of people come out of Gainesville that made themselves a walk in life, whether it was DJ Taz, whether it was 240, whether it was Deshaun Watson. We got some gems around here. Talk about your love for the city, man.
Yeah, man, my love for the city, man, it's deep, man, you know what I mean? But I put out a love for the city that sometimes I feel like I don't get back, you know what I mean? And I'm cool with that, you see what I'm saying? I'm cool with that because genuine love is where it's at, you see what I'm saying? So yeah, my city, man, I think if whatever it is that's separating us, the talent and this and that and the other, you see what I'm saying? I think that Gainesville would been on the map, you see what I'm saying? Like even like me, you know what I mean? If 10 artists, painters from Gainesville go to Atlanta and put on a showcase, then it would shine the light on the city a little more. I feel that way about the rappers, you see what I'm saying? Because I feel like I was a rapper, but I graduated to something more like a speaker or a poet or whatever. But to my people who rap, I think if 10 artists from Gainesville went and did a showcase in Atlanta together, then the impact will be greater than just one artist from Gainesville going by itself. You see what I'm saying? So I think our city need to
come together.
Yeah, learn how to come together. Yeah. You know what I mean, and you know what I mean, and don't be scared of each other's differences. You know what I mean? Because like you said, we're not all gonna be the best at everything. You see what I'm saying? But it's really not the best, because once you find your best, then it's something else to reach for. So you always growing.
That's it, man. And with that said, I'm hearing a lot of evolution. I'm hearing the little boy that grew up on Atlanta Street, the only male in the household, came up through the ranks, just like the majority of us. It's always interesting to hear how a black man always got a very similar story.
Exactly.
That's not coincidence. We'll talk about that another time, though. But that evolution, so now we talk about, the 240 days on the block. Where did Kareem the artist come from? Where was that guy? A lot of people say it's in you. It ain't on you. You know what I mean? You can't wear it. So ultimately, I know you was born with it. But at what point did you tap in and say, this is what I am going to do, man?
Yeah, man. Like you said, growing up, man, like you said, Mom used to tell us to come in the house. You know what I mean? So I had 4 older sisters. I ain't had nobody to play with. So I always used to draw. You see what I'm saying? But I always drew coming up through the years. Some of the brothers used to come with 8th grade. Hey, bro, paint on all pants, do this, do that. You see what I'm saying? Then I messed around, looked around, and you know what I mean? Sometimes you go through situations when you grow up, you find somebody as a significant other, you think, hey, shit, I love this person. You know what I mean? And sometimes you lose yourself, you see what I'm saying? So that's another message, you know what I mean? Don't lose yourself, you see what I'm saying? But after my breakup, you see what I'm saying? I found myself again. You know what I mean? I used to go home every day. I used to get off the slave ship from work, you know what I mean? And down draw every fucking day. And over the years and years, man, and I knew, I said, man, this right here gonna be the way that I make some money, you know what I mean? I'll make a living, you know what I mean? Cause I don't see no other way. I already gave somebody 15 years of my life going in, clocking in, you see what I'm saying? And at that point while I was working, I still building up my clientele. My clientele was steadily growing, you know what I mean? So then when the man came on the plantation and told me, hey, you fired, hey, that's all I knew. But from that day on, when I got fired, I said, my art gonna be my full-time job. Anything else gonna be part-time. So yeah, bro, it was some ins and outs, man. But I was rooted in that art, and I asked my mom, I'm like, who in the family was an artist? This, that, and the other. She was like, nobody, boy. Nobody used to draw this, that, and the other. But my dad, he used to be an artist with shoes. He was a damn shoe repairman. You see what I'm saying? He could make different things out of leather. You see what I'm saying? So maybe that's where I got it from. But yeah, bro, I knew after I had broke up. You see what I'm saying, with my daughter's mother, that's what I wanted to do, bro, to go ahead with my life, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, you know, before we conclude this, if you really want to know what type of soul this man got and what he's expressing to the world, I heard this brother say, hey man, my mission is I want to put my stain on the town. And that's literally what's happening right now, man. If you don't mind, stand up real quick. People gonna look at your shirt and they gonna think it's just the AK or something like that. Man, listen, that's a K shooting love and peace. You understand that? Look at the bullets in the gun, though.
That's it.
Come a little close. Let them see the bullets in the gun, man. That's the brand. Y'all see it. Y'all know what's going on. Peace. I appreciate that, my brother.
Blessings, my brother.